Excuse me, sir. Sir, question for you. How old were you when you became a millionaire?
42.
In what line of business?
I do software.
You own a company?
Well, I'm the CEO of the company, yeah.
And I go all over the world interviewing the most successful people for the younger generation. Can I get 1 minute with you for our channel real quick?
Sure.
What was the most amount of money that you made in a single year?
Well, our company, we're public. We're over $850 million in revenue.
Over 850 million?
Yes.
What was the best advice you ever received throughout your career? The most pivotal, life-changing advice that you received?
I'm going to hesitate to say this is the only great piece of advice I got, but I've given this piece of advice to a lot of people. And an older guy that when I joined IBM in the 1980s said, look, my advice to younger folks is to spend about 90% of your time on your job and 10% on your career. And I'm like, what does that mean? And he said, look, if you spend 100% on your job, you're going to do a really good job at the job you're in, but nobody's ever going to see you moving beyond that job. You aren't making connections. You're not thinking beyond it. How do I become an entrepreneur if I've never been an entrepreneur?
So you sold hundreds of millions of dollars in the tech industry. Somebody wants to break into the tech industry right now. Give them a hack to sell their product at a large scale.
I think, to be fair, in my case, and again, we're selling that kind of dollars to large scale companies.
So you're selling the big businesses. So in other words, you got to solve those $100,000 million problems.
That's where I go. And you got to have people that know what they're doing. Surround yourself with a great team.
Comes
You
down to
will
people.
never do this by yourself.
So you said you're selling to tech giants though.
Oh yeah, we're selling to the biggest companies in the world.
Like what?
Like the Fortune 500, half of them are our customers. Yeah.
So when you're approaching them, when you're selling to them, what does that conversation look like?
Well, you know what? It's not one conversation. Our sales cycles can be a year or longer, and it can be 50 people in the organization that we got to talk to.
What is the biggest thing that the deal depends on?
Do they believe we're the best that's going to solve their problem? If they don't believe that, they're not going to spend the millions of dollars.
How do you know?
How old am I? 62.
I would have guessed like 40. Do you believe in God?
I don't just believe in him, I follow him. My identity is not in being a business guy or an entrepreneur, right? My identity is being a child of God. The business could go away tomorrow and I'd be okay.